Tonight's call comes from a former night security guard who spent his nights patrolling two of Tennessee's eeriest locations, the Tennessee State Library and the Ellington Agricultural Center. What he experienced during those long overnight shifts felt less like reality and more like something straight out of a horror movie. And to this day, he still calls them the scariest moments of his life.
Paranormal Payphone.
Welcome back into Paranormal Payphone, where we always answer after midnight. I am Steve, and I am here with the styling, profiling, limousine riding, jet flying, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, son of a gun, Brandon.
Woo!
2 claps if you can hold the alligators down, baby.
That's right, I am so impressed that you got that whole thing right. You are so trashy. you know way too much wrestling. With all respect. All due respect there. Yeah.
Here's the thing. I love Ric Flair.
Yeah.
I love Ric Flair. There is not a worse person to model anything after.
How is he still alive?
That's a great question.
Multiple plane crashes.
Yeah.
Heart attacks.
Heart attacks.
Whatever he's had going on recently. Not sure.
Multiple divorces.
Yeah.
You know, multiple bankruptcies.
Yeah.
Like, how is he still doing okay?
The Nature Boy. Selling weed.
Selling weed. He's selling weed now. Yeah. One of my favorite Ric Flair stories is someone came after him because he was having an incident with a lady in a room and she had stolen his watch. And he had like chucked it into the room service thing or whatever. And they're like, she's taking your watch. And he was just said, brother, if you think that's the first Rolex I chucked into a bowl of spaghetti.
What?
He's just like, oh, you just lose a Rolex every time you go anywhere. He goes, I mean, kind of.
Yeah.
And that was it. He was happy with that.
Gotta love Rick, but kind of a trashy person.
I mean, here's the thing. He's not great, but definitely the best of the 4 horsemen.
Oh, hands down. Who would be better? Tully Blanchard?
Lay off of Tully, man. What is wrong? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
You know, our household growing up, we were big Arn Anderson fans.
Yeah.
You know?
How could you not be? Arn Anderson at 30 years old looked 56.
He like had Benjamin Button syndrome.
Yeah.
But like it got cured.
Yeah.
So he just always looked old.
Yeah, always.
There's nothing worse than like when he started to get a little bit older too, and like the glasses got thicker, but his face just stayed the same. You're like, whew, city miles.
Yeah.
Like,
Rode hard.
Rode hard. Those are some hard times on the road.
I liked it with the Horsemen when Ole Anderson was with them.
Yeah.
That dynamic with Ole and Arn, you know, you had Arn the enforcer.
Yeah.
Quiet stern. You had the big goof Ole.
And then you had Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Who knows what was going on there?
God, I hated him growing up.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, okay. So my Aunt Amanda, about 3.5 years difference between us, had the biggest crush on him.
Okay.
And so it just made me hate him.
Oh.
I don't know why. Because she and I fought so much like brother and sister. We were so close in age. So anything she liked, I hated.
Automatically.
Yeah.
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 No, I loved Ric Flair. The one that I always had to fight that like growing up, like everyone liked around me was Bob Backlund.
Oh,
I just could not get on board with Bob Backlund.
the cross-face chicken wing.
He's the only man that wore just like the briefs.
Yeah.
But they were loose.
Yeah.
And it made me uncomfortable. Like I was like, something's going to happen at any point in time, you know?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm talking about Spaceballs.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Well, speaking of wild.
Yeah.
And speaking of stuff slipping around.
Yeah.
We got a great call this week.
This is very Ghostbusters-esque.
It is very Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Like there is a lot of stuff that like you could see coming in a movie. Maybe not in the Lady Ghostbusters movie, but definitely in like one of the reboots.
Yeah.
You know?
Or the very first one, The Lady in the Library.
100%.
You know, part of this story takes place in a library.
That's right.
Red-eyed dogs.
See? It's all coming together.
You got things messing with his keys.
Is it possible that our caller is the key master?
He could be.
He could be. Rick Moranis,
Yeah.
is that you?
It was submitted email, so
It could be.
it could be an alias. Yeah.
Zool.
Zool. Tonight in the Paranormal Cafe, we have Zool on the line.
My favorite line from that Ghostbusters movie is when he's going through and he's inspecting the house.
Yeah.
And he goes in the bedroom and she goes, there's no action in there. He goes, shame, and keeps walking.
Yeah.
It's a throwaway line that
Yeah.
shouldn't be funny.
It's great.
I laugh at it every time.
He was so good in those
So
movies.
good.
Yeah. Okay. Who brought the dog?
Well, let's find out who brought the dog when we get into this phone call.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I was working late one night at the State Library and Archives, which used to be directly on the side of the state courthouse. Well, on that night, it was probably between 3 and 4 a.m., I started hearing muffled voices coming down the stairs. I walk around looking for the sources of said muffled voices. I never found anything, but a little later on, a random printer starts printing off articles about the year 1910. I don't really remember the year, but it was a little over a century old. The printer was unplugged and was waiting on IT to pick it up for repair. A few weeks later, at the same place, on a Friday night, I'm working and around midnight I hear a chair rolling around. I look back and the chair goes rolling back, and from the darkness I see a set of red eyes, and it's in a darker shape, dog-like. It takes off, and so do I to get out of there. I get outside and call my supervisor over from another building. I'll call him AJ. He comes over and I ask for a smoke. He hands one over. And then he says to me, "I thought you don't smoke." I said, "Well, I don't." I tell him what happened. He says he's heard others talk about the same stuff happening while they've worked there. Historically, the gallows are next to the courthouse. The next one happened at the Ellington Agricultural Center in South Nashville. It's an old plantation place. Well, when I was in the main house is where all this took place. Every single night I walked in there, it was like the air changed. It got angry. Every hair on the back of my neck stood up. I just thought it was weird for a long time. I would rush through the checks there real fast in that building. One night, I asked the cleaning crew about it. 2 females and 1 male. The girls were like, "Nope, nothing there, it's cool." But the guy, his eyes went the size of $50 and was like, "Yep, I feel hatred in there too." I was like, "Me too, man." Well, it went on like that. One time, when I was locking that building up and doing my checks, I was in the basement level hallway locking the doors, and I hear something. I stop and look around. The next thing that happened was I had a clip with about 30 keys hanging off my belt loop. They lift up and start shaking. I take off running and lock it from the outside. From that point on, every time I had to go inside that building, it was completely normal.
All right, Steve. It's 2 parts, 2 different locations, lots going on in both of these. What are your thoughts?
My initial thought is security guards,
Yeah,
the unsung heroes of the paranormal world right there.
they are.
Because they're on the front lines of this, you know? I feel like they should get a day. You know, like we have, Memorial Day, Labor Day, like security guards should get lumped in there just because of having to fight ghost dogs.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot going on in these.
Yeah, mall cops looking a lot better.
Listen,
Night security guard.
night security guard,
Yeah.
like Ben Stiller,
Yeah.
night at the museum. This is what this guy was dealing with here.
Every video, like closed circuit TV video you see of a security guard and there's a ghost video.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. I'm out.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this poor guy.
So let's start in the library.
Okay.
So he's in the Tennessee State Archives, library, whatever. There are a lot of sightings these haven't happened in there. First off, I would have quit so hard. If you have an unplugged copier printing out documents from 1910,
How do you explain that?
you explain it like this. Here's my keys.
Here's my gun.
Here's my
badge.
forwarding address for my last paycheck.
Yes.
That's how you explain that. I can't believe he came back to work after that.
Yeah.
Like, that enough in there is enough. Like, I understand IT's coming to pick it up, but they're not coming to pick it up because like they're going to perform an exorcism on it.
Yeah.
Like, that's the craziest thing I've ever heard.
I'm taking this thing outside just like an office space and destroying this printer.
100%. This
Yeah.
is some sort of Harry Potter Horcrux, and he's got to go out there and destroy this.
Yeah.
I can't believe that he went back into work.
No. And
Like-
it got worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. You think it's going to get better?
You think, okay, I get rid of this thing.
Yeah.
It's gone. It's
Okay.
out of here. Now
All right.
what?
Clearly, he printed everything he needed, so we're so we're good to go back to work. He got everything out. So he goes to you have the copy machine,
Yeah.
and then you have the chair moving backwards,
Yeah.
and a dark dog-like figure with glowing red eyes running off in the distance.
Yeah. Zool has entered the conversation.
Zool has entered the conversation.
Yeah.
And I would have done exactly what he did.
Yeah.
I would have been out of there so fast.
Like, dude, you're coming over here. You're taking this over. I quit.
100%.
Yeah.
You know, I do wonder what he was smoking at that point. You know, was it a Winston?
Yeah.
You know, was this a Camel? Was this a Turkish Delight?
Yeah.
You know,
I'm thinking Marlboro Red.
it could have been a
Yeah.
Marlboro Red. You know, there's a lot of options out there. I would have been interested to know what it was.
It was enough to make a guy smoke that doesn't smoke.
That says a lot right
That's
there.
a lot of fear.
That is a lot right there. One thing when looking up some stuff about the Tennessee State Library and
Mhm.
things, it says that it houses a lot of documents. So he talked about like the gallows and stuff being there, but in addition to the gallows being there, it houses a lot of documents from various wars, various Civil War correspondences, as well as objects related to those things. So like there's been all sorts of sightings over the years from different librarians, different security guards, whether that be a lot of shadowy figures, like especially in the Civil War era, because I guess they have a lot of archives in there, as well as the documentation, a lot of cold spots, a lot of different handwritten letters. So we talked about before about people being like bound to things, or like there being some sort of a spiritual attachment to things. Who knows what that's all about, if that's true, but this seems like there might be something to that.
Libraries are creepy anyways.
Terrifying.
Yeah. Shh. You know,
100%.
so quiet. You hear everything. And now you got printers working on their own,
Yeah.
unplugged printers, and red-eyed dogs running around.
You know, I used to clean a library at night.
Did you really?
I did.
Why?
I was broke. and so I'd have to go in there in the middle of the night, and even if I got there when they would open, they would shut all the lights off, and I have to stand there in the dark until they left the building, and I turn the lights on and clean it.
Did you ever have any kind of experiences?
I had a lot of doors opening and shutting and things like that. Some, like a lot of the stuff that like you hear read in these stories, I was like 100% I understand what that is. I never had like a presence. I never had anything like I felt a presence around me, but it was never like a threatening thing.
Mhm.
And I would have like doors on the other side of the building would shut and things like that. So I was like, that's over there. That's a different Steve's problem. All right. This Steve's over here, so he's okay. Now, I will say it was late one night, real late. Like I got a real late start. So it's like 2 a.m. It's pouring down rain.
Mm.
The windows are all moving around from the storm. I open up the last door, and in this library, you had the option to display like personal collections. I open up the door, turn the light on. When I walked in, there was a couple thousand porcelain dolls in this
gosh.
room.
No, thank you.
I turned the light off and shut the door, and I said, not tonight. All right. Like this room's going to be dirty. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
If you got an issue with it, call me later. All right.
Fire me. Yeah.
So there is a lot going on with that. And there is a lot of like I say, handwritten correspondence, records from like the insane asylums, records from executions. All of that stuff is tied there. So if there is something to that, like spiritual attachment to items, it would make sense that would happen. It would also make sense why I left that porcelain doll room and said, I'm getting out of there.
Man, if one of those things moved, you wouldn't be here right now.
Oh, no. No, I would be in jail because I would have smashed thousands of porcelain dolls right then and there.
Creepy enough. Those things are so creepy.
Yeah, it was horrifying.
Yeah.
You know, all those little painted eyes looking at you. I don't like it right now. I don't even like it right now.
Yeah.
But he also talked about being in the Ellington Agricultural Center.
Yeah.
Now, that is one that I don't know much about. What do you got for me on that?
Well, it's in South Nashville. It sits on about 200 acres. There's a mansion. There's some wooded areas, walking trails, creeks. There's old, Civil War era, a lot of history around this place, as a lot of places in the South, like in Nashville area, have. There are a bunch of different reported ghosts in this place.
We got like a who's who, a good celebrity list. I like it.
So I'm just going to go down this list for you. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. We have the Lady in White, which is a woman in a white dress walking near the roads and tree lines. People see this apparition near the mansions.
Yeah.
And
now that's not to be confused with the Lady in Red.
Yeah.
Right, the hit song.
I am not singing that.
Okay.
There you go.
Go ahead.
Okay. So we also have phantom lights in the woods that are around there as well.
Okay.
Yeah, so floating lights between trees. You have sudden flashes, sudden burst of lights out in the woods.
Yeah.
Scary. We've talked about lights being off on the side of the road in haunted areas before, and this makes it even worse.
Yeah.
Especially being with the Civil War stuff around the area. So you also have, and I did not like this one. There's been reports of voices and screams at night.
Oh, the good old night screams.
the night screamers.
I like the night screams.
They're whispering. There's you hear footsteps. There's shadow figures all around these places. So there's a lot going on here. And one of these things was trying to take his keys.
It was.
Yeah.
It pulled his keys up.
Yeah.
He said, I am the key master now.
I am. Yeah.
That is the worst part. Like the screams. And he talked about hearing voices and hearing different murmurs and mumbles, and a lot of the other people that work there also hearing those things.
Yeah.
Now, when I did my cleaning thing, I had headphones in the entire time, no matter how I felt. So I never heard anything, and that was intentional.
Yes. Very smart move.
But so the fact that they were hearing this stuff, that is terrifying.
Yeah. Again, I quit.
Okay, so out of that list, you got the Lady in White.
Yeah.
Okay, you got the Lights in the Woods, and you've got Night Screams.
Yeah.
Which is the one that throws you over the edge first?
Seeing the Lady in White would scare me because we go back to the Ghostbusters.
Yeah, Ghostbusters 2.
Nah, whichever one is in the library where the woman screams at the beginning.
Okay, yeah.
Is that the first one?
That's one. Yeah, that's one.
That's what I'm imagining when talking about this ghost.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to run into that.
Okay.
The screams are bad enough.
Yeah.
But
Night Screams for me.
I figure that's just a normal Tuesday night at your house.
Yeah. Oh, I did have a night scream.
Did you?
I did have a night scream.
Yeah.
And I heard a screaming noise in our house the other night, and we jumped up, and all the kids were asleep.
Really?
So I did have a night scream.
It's followed you there.
No, don't put that on me. What are you doing? Get out of here with that garbage.
You sure that your little thug 3-year-old didn't have somebody pinned down?
That's the thing. It could have been.
Yeah.
And I know a couple of my kids are pretty active sleepers.
Yeah.
By active, I mean they perform lucha libre wrestling when they sleep. So it could have been anything at that point. But yeah, the night screams is the one I think would throw me the most.
That would be tough.
Yeah.
I have sleepwalkers in my house.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awful.
Yeah, that's not fun when they come and just stand by the bed and just stare at you.
Now, is it like a stepbrother situation, where they come in with the Christmas tree and are throwing it?
We haven't got that far yet.
Okay.
But we have had a few experiences with them where they'll just be standing there and then start laughing, which is terrifying.
Yeah, no, we're out on
eyes
that.
open, looking at you and laughing. Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think I'm going to go ahead and take off at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need any of that going on.
So my kids can't spend the night at your house.
No, 100% not. No, we are. They're more than welcome to. They will be duct taped to something, Kidding. Don't call child services.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's awful.
Yeah.
Terrifying.
That is.
But I tell you what, if you've ever had someone screaming at you in the middle of the night, it's a great way to tell us at 615-431-9003. Hit us up at paranormalpayphone@gmail.com. Slide into any of our DMs, respectfully, of course. You went married men. And let us know your stories. Because if you've seen the lady in white, if you've had these things, if you've had Zool chase you out of a library, like it's crazy. I want to know more about this. Maybe you got those 1910 manuscripts and you want to read them. I want to know about it. That's amazing.
Yeah. I wonder what was going on in 1910.
That's a good question right there.
Like, what was it trying to tell him?
It could have been telling him who it was.
Yeah. I'm not checking it.
No, I know. I'm not reading it, But if you've had those experiences, if you've read the 1910 manifesto, go ahead, send it our way. We want to hear a little bit more about it, because the more that we like, comment, subscribe, and figure out a little bit more about this together, the more we can put these pieces together. And I like that. So when we talk about all these things and all the creeks and the rivers and the beds and all the things that a lot of this stuff was active around, you've got another story for us.
I do. We like to talk about conspiracies and things that we're seeing online.
Yeah.
I could go down that UFO route. It's kind of played out, though. I think it's overkill. That's all we're seeing. I did see one video this past week of a man that was walking through the woods and happened across a frogman.
A frogman. There's a frogman out there.
Yeah, and it wound up taking this guy to Arby's.
Oh,
and this guy was you, Steve.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah. And here's the thing. The frogman appreciates the subtle nuances of the roast beef sandwich. And that's what I appreciate about him,
Enjoy them while you can.
Hey, I will.
Yeah.
All right.
As you should. But this made me go down this rabbit hole with this frogman. Do you know much about it and where it started?
No, tell me more about the frogman.
Okay. So the frogman legend, take it for what you want. First off, I want to say that. Leave it to your imagination whether this thing's real or not. First sighting in 1955, of course, right?
Listen, 55 was a happening time.
In Loveland, Ohio. Okay.
Happening place.
This salesman was driving home about 3:30 in the morning, and he was on this road beside the Little Miami River. Okay. And he was driving up to a bridge, and he sees three creatures, the way he described it, 3 to 4 feet tall, standing in a circle like they're communicating with each other.
Mm-hmm.
They were reptilian-like with their skin, but they had frog faces.
Okay.
Yeah. And so he's just baffled. He goes up, he's driving, he's just watching these guys. And then one of them pulls out a wand and holds it above his head, and sparks fly out of it. Okay. And then so they notice that he's watching, these things scurry and go off under the bridge. So that's the first sighting. This is where that legend began.
So a wizard pack of frogmen is where this whole thing started from in 1955?
It's a Harry Potter frogman.
Yeah.
Right?
A Hoppy Potter? Okay, go ahead.
Remember 1955?
Yeah.
Okay. So this goes by. People, they don't go investigate. Police are not involved. Nothing. They think, maybe this guy's crazy. He tells this story. Legend it's lingering, but not on the radar. 17 years later, a cop has an encounter. Okay. In March of 1972, this cop is driving down an icy road, and he sees this thing off on the side of the road. He thinks it's a dog. He describes it as 3 to 4 feet tall, 50 to 75 pound range.
Okay.
So he sees this thing. It stands up, bipedal, 2 hind legs, runs across the road in front of him. Really freaks him out. So the cop goes back to the police station, tells him they're kind of ribbing him a little bit.
Are they ribbiting him?
Riveting him.
Go ahead.
Oh,
okay.
See, lob that
okay.
softball.
All right. Go ahead.
Right?
Go ahead. All right.
Okay. So Nothing really happens. It's just that frogman lore is coming back into light. 2 weeks later, another cop, Officer, Matthews, driving along, and he sees this tall reptile, tailless creature standing on two legs on the side of the road again. Okay. And he does what every good cop would do. He gets out and starts shooting at this thing.
As you should do. Yeah.
I'm not sure if he hit it. I think he did. It gets a little screwy here in just a minute. He goes back. He describes it. This thing scurries off, goes over the guardrails, over the bridge. It leaves claw marks on the guardrail going over. Any good guardrail's got some marks on it, but this one clawed it. Okay. So he goes.
Sounds like a man who's used a guardrail.
Yeah.
Go ahead. All right.
I've never hit one.
Okay.
Yeah. Jumped one, but no. But anyways, so he described it as the same, 3 to 4 feet tall, 50 to 75 pounds. Okay. So they're like, okay, this thing is, there's something out here at this river.
So my question to you is, have you ever heard of the kappa?
No, never heard of the kappa.
So it is a Japanese water spirit. Okay.
Okay.
And it is described as the same thing, 3 to 4 feet tall, 50 to 75 pounds. And it's like a turtle, reptilian, frog type creature that hangs around the water. Now, their version of it, it actually has a bowl of water in its head. And it said that once the water spills out, if something were to happen to it, it would die. But it is a river spirit that kind of, for lack of a better term, polices the river. Yeah. And there's been reports of it attacking different wildlife and different farm life and things like that. And even small children that come too close to it. But it keeps its distance and kind of runs away from anything that seems like it's going to be a threat.
That's interesting. Back to the frogman with Officer Matthews.
Okay.
Years later, like in the early 2000s, he comes back out because people are just bugging him. They want to know more about this legend. You know, what did you see? What did you kill? He changes his story. He says it was just a large iguana.
Okay, but how large is that? You're telling me there's a 75-pound iguana?
That's the hard part, right?
On 2 legs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and he changes his story to that when he shot it, he recovered the body of it. He took it back, talked to Officer Shockey, which was the first one that saw it. And Officer Shockey corroborated this and saying, oh yeah, this is exactly what I saw. So that one, I don't know. Why wait 30 years to change your story?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Not at all.
And why even go back and change your story at that point? You know, I mean, if anyone's going to change a story, it should be the wizard wand. Yeah. You know, because that's the wildest of it all, right?
The original story is the wildest part of this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the last sighting, there's only been 4 sightings of this confirmed through, they've been reported.
Okay. And this is all in the Loveland area.
All in the Loveland area.
Okay.
Yeah. There's other things, though, that are going to come out, too. In 2016, there were 2 teenagers out there swimming. I don't know if this was in the Little Miami River or not. I think there was a lake around there that he took a picture. He saw this big thing setting in the water, these glowing eyes, and he said, oh, this is the frogman. So he took a picture. Whether or not, it's not been confirmed. I've seen the picture. It's kind of wild looking, and we can post that.
Okay.
But with technology advances, it's kind of starting getting in that era where it's hard to believe what you're seeing online. Sure. So that one's been described as like a hoax.
Okay.
So these are like the 4 major sightings of the frogman. That first one is just so good.
Listen, I love the fact that this is out there. I mean, I've heard talk of them Ohio wanting to make the frogman like an official animal and an official cryptid of it. So it makes you think that there's got to be something more to it rather than just that, right?
Loveland has made this their city mascot. It's all over the town. There's statues. They have little like parades and festivals and stuff around this frogman. So they've really bought into this thing being real.
It sounds like a hopping place.
It does.
See?
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. But we bring up 1955 a lot.
Yeah, because it's the wildest time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you had those hobgoblins in Hopkinsville, Kentucky.
That's right.
Okay, so there was another incident just shortly after that initial frogman sighting.
Okay.
Okay, so this was in Evansville, Indiana. There was a lady swimming down there, and she described something that grabbed her while she was swimming underwater, had claws, and it was trying to pull her down. Okay.
Okay.
So she fought this thing off. When she got out, she had like this, her leg was green.
That's strange.
Right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if this is related, but it's close. It's also in 1955. You got Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky, all right there together.
Yeah. It's one toll road.
Yeah. So,
and you'll get the bill for that toll like
Yeah, you
5
will.
months later.
Yeah.
And so, but it is interesting because it seems like the goblins and the frogman, when you combine them all together, this is like piecing together to be one whole complete story painted across there. Now, have you ever seen The Creature of the Black Lagoon?
Yeah, I have.
He had an affinity for swimming ladies.
Yeah.
So this, this could be where this entire thing stemmed from.
Yeah, that thing is so scary.
Really?
Yeah.
I like The Creature.
Do you?
Yeah, he just look for a little love.
Yeah.
He's just,
Yeah. Yeah.
he's just trying to get him a little girlfriend. That's
Yeah,
all he's trying to
that's
do.
right.
There's
There's just so much in 1955, man. You got UFOs, goblins, frogman, creature from the Black Lagoon.
Creature from the Black Lagoon.
All over the place.
The Westmoreland UFO.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on.
The Yucca Man.
The Yucca Man.
Yep.
Listen,
Hey.
the 1950s was an amazing time for a lot of different things. It brought out innovation. It brought out growth in the economy, things that like we had never seen before, but it may have come at a cost.
Yeah.
And that cost may have been the Yucca Man.
The Yucca Man. Or the Frog Man.
Or the Frog Man. Listen, if you've ever been taken captive by a goblin in Hopkinsville, Kentucky, or been cast a spell on by a pack of frogmen, let us know about that by calling 615-431-9003. Hit us up at paranormalpayphone@gmail.com. Hit us up on any of our DMs. Like, comment, subscribe, share. We're so thankful for all you guys are doing to help grow the channel. We appreciate every bit of it. But we're on this together, guys. So let's keep getting it out there and let's get these stories together, because here's the thing. One guy had his keys try to get swiped by a ghost while they were printing out a manifesto from 1910. Some IT guy got that manifesto. I need to know what happened on that page.
Yeah.
Because you know what they say. The pen is mightier than the sword.
That's right. So until next time, who are you going to call?
That's Paranormal Payphone.